Hey, this Ron TMC right here. Me, Molly, Mitch. Ron TMC.
Gonna go back about 20 years. Out of Golden State, they were here and cheer. Warriors running with a three-man crew became something like phenomenon. Tim Hardaway, my man in the point. He'll cross on the mold, cold rocking the joint. And by his side, going day after day. Rich man will get in his way. Last but not least, he's a jump shot beat. On opponents, Chris Mullen is having a feast. Hard to find a trio better than these three. Ken, Mitch, and Chris from TMC.
We are here with three of the greatest players to ever play in the NBA, and also three of my main men from way back in the day. Let's talk about Run TMC. Your coach was Don Nelson, so that seemed to be perfect, because he was kind of thought outside the box to come up with whatever you guys had. You were telling me earlier you guys didn't even have a playbook. Or you had a playbook, but you never used it.
We had a pretty extensive playbook, but on given nights, we would junk it. On a given night, Nelly would give us the freedom to go out there and play if we played the right way. In the locker room, he'd say, you know what, guys, tonight, I'm gonna call no plays. As long as you guys are sharing the basketball, playing the right way, no plays. And that was an incentive for us to get out there and just do just that. Tim was in charge of that because he had the ball most of the time. Tim was so good at breaking his man down. The one rule we used to give him was you can't beat your man every time the first time.
Well, look out, here comes the Hardaway Express. Hardaway throws it over to Richmond with a 30.
The simple rule was throw ahead, come out the other end, and then the second time you touch the ball, go do your thing.
The killer crossover. Oh, brother.
I used to just come down at sometimes at half court. You could just tell who's on the right side, who's on the left side, when you're left and when you're right. And you could just feel them just sprinting down and trying to fill the lanes and try to see who's gonna get the ball first and make a layup, make a shot.
Now, the city, all of a sudden, they were all, I mean, you guys, you sold out 41 games, you sold out the whole season at one point, and then you had all these things where if you scored a certain amount of points, they got pizzas. Pizza. So they were in it, and they got pizzas a lot.
That's right. Now they're screaming for pizza again. And the Warrior fans are a happy bunch. They all get free pizza.
Gained a lot of weight out there.
They were seriously into it, so it had to be just a perfect situation for all of you.
It was. I think it was just a fun time because we didn't have a problem scoring, and we came. Nelly would come in the locker room and say, hey, the first one to 125 win the game. We were like, okay, well we got to get to 125.
Did you ever practice defense?
Yeah, well, actually we did.
Well, your offense was your defense.
We would be playing defense, man, and we'd busting our butt. And I think I am the only one down court. Tim would throw it to me, and I'm like, I'm getting ready to dunk. And I look down, somebody said, it'd be Chris up under the ball. I'm like, how the heck did he get down there so quick? Yo, man, didn't shoot the ball. He on the other side. How did you get down there?
The other guy contested.
He would leak out. Oh, we called the leak out. He was the best leak outer in the world. Huh?
Hey, he was always down the court. Always.
You
He'd be up under the basket, he'd get a rebound, he'd kick it out to you. Next thing you know, he'd like, hey, I'm ready. Dude, how you get down here that quick? You're not that fast.
Exactly.
How'd you get down here? He's ready, always ready. He's always ready.
What's in a name? Well, in sports, a catchy nickname brings a certain identity. The Lakers have Showtime, the Pistons were the Bad Boys, Houston had the Twin Towers, the Vikings had the Purple People Eaters.
Anything else?
Elvis was the king.
But no one was able to hang a label on the Warriors' high-scoring trio of Chris Mullen, Tim Hardaway, and Mitch Richmond. So fans sent in ideas, and Warriors TV announcer Steve Albert asked the players for the phrase that fits.
The dunk and go nuts.
No.
The Dunk and Go Nuts. No? The Bermuda Triangle. Not for Tim Hardaway, no. That's out, okay. But it is Run TMC. You are now known officially as Run TMC. Good luck, congratulations, fellas, and may the best man win.
I've been waiting a long time to get this together so we could all sit down together and kind of talk about things that had happened. Let's talk about some of your early basketball memories and how you guys got started playing basketball and came to love the game. Tim?
Well, I used to watch my dad play basketball when I was growing up. He was a basketball legend in the city of Chicago. The game was very exciting to me and just had fun watching him, and that's how I started playing basketball.
And Mitch?
Yeah, I was a football player out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Football was my #1 love. I started playing basketball actually in the 10th grade and loved it ever since.
I used to hear about you way back in the day of going all across town trying to find games.
Yeah, my career started right on Flatbush Avenue in the heart of Brooklyn. Fortunate enough to have great coaches as a youngster. Taught fundamentals, skill work. They taught me how to get in the gym and practice. But when I went to high school, I got up into Harlem, into the Bronx, downtown in Queens, and started playing all over the place. So I had a unique combination of this fundamental teaching and then brought in a little flair with the city game. And that combination, it worked for me.
Here's Hardaway now. Hardaway with a great pass to Richmond in deep. Reverses his way. A beautiful reverse by Mullen.
Passion is one of the keys to being successful as an athlete. What is it about basketball that you guys were so passionate about?
Richmond on the give back. Hardaway puts it up and puts the foul.
I think for me, just winning and playing it. I think every day, going out and competing, trying to beat the next guy. It was easy for me. I love the contact and the ability to just be physical and play free was, I think, the passion for me.
Here's Richmond, super move.
When you talk about passion, to me, the first thing I think about is love of the game. Going to play anywhere, anytime.
Tell Nelly, put me back in the game, man. I'm just about getting hot.
Whether it was in the morning in an empty gym or you had to play at a packed house in Madison Square Garden, you bring the same effort. Tim Hardaway and Mitch Richmond, they did that all the time, especially Tim.
Have I said anything that jeopardized me?
The thing about him, but he would let you know about it. Everybody. Us as teammates,
Yes.
the other team, which we used to say, Tim, relax, man. Let's try and win this game. Don't get them riled up.
What did I say?
That passion that he brought to us was every day, all day. He brought
Always that
incredible
way.
passion.
Always that way, Tim.
Always that way.
Oh, yeah, Mom!
I just love to play the game, love to win, love to compete. It didn't matter who I was playing against, who was on my team. I just felt that we had a chance to win each and every night.
Oh, yes, Bill! Oh, yes, Bill! Way to freak him.
And I let people know, look, we gonna go in here and we just gonna beat them down.
You would think he was about 6'9", right?
I know.
We played with a lot of confidence. If you get knocked down, you got to get back up. You have to bring your A game every day.
Once you got to the NBA, was there a NBA moment where you realized this is where you're supposed to be, you belong? Did you guys have one of those moments?
Yeah, I think for me, playing against the Lakers with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, and my first exhibition game, I can remember coming down the lane and I saw Kareem. And I'm like, oh my God. I don't know what I was thinking, but I went down the lane and dunked it.
Does he look like a rookie? Slam dunk.
That's when I knew I had arrived. I said, I think I can play this.
Well, that was pretty quick. So he was day one.
Right, day one.
I know for a fact he was day one.
Before he got there.
I saw them both come in.
Right.
Me, no. Took me a little while to figure this thing out. When we got together, that's when my career took off. And it's not coincidental. Their talent and greatness made me look good.
He's being modest. He talking about us. He was always in shape. He was always in the gym, calling us, talking about let's go work out, let's go play.
You're probably the best person in shape in the whole NBA.
After practice, you go in there, get on the Stairmaster.
He'll come in and he'll just, all right, let's do some more after practice. We like, hold up, man, practice is over. He wanted to get some more shots up, wanted to do this, wanted to do that. And we stayed a lot of times, 1-2 hours after practice. But that's how much fun we had playing together, and we just wanted to win.
Picks Ellis's pocket up ahead to Hardaway.
We didn't win championships together. We only played 3 years together, but we had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We drove a lot of people crazy because we played a crazy style. People couldn't stop us. They couldn't scout us. They didn't know what we were doing because we didn't know what we were doing. If they went to the playbook, we'd be like, what are you looking at? Because we might have a playbook, but we're not running them tonight. We're just running you.
Told me that you go tape Tolbert, man. It's a comedy show in itself. Look at that down there.
Hey, we're live. This is Tolbert Television.
There you go.
Tommy T.
You had some crazy characters, Tom Tolbert being one of them. Tell me what do you remember about Tom Tolbert? Each one of you guys got to have a story.
Yeah, he was a character for sure.
Hey, is this on?
I think Tom Tolbert is basically a pretty weird guy.
He wears holy underwear and he bring them to the game.
You know I bought new ones over the summer. I bought 4 new pair for the year.
Fit right in with the unconventional style that we had. He played center, come up and do crazy stuff.
Tom Tolbert with some good ball handling skills all the way. How do you like that?
The Bobcat haircut. And that's bad. If I can talk about someone's haircut, it's got to be pretty bad.
I bet it looked exactly like that when he woke up this morning.
Sarunas Marciulionis was a pretty tough player.
Tough player.
And especially in your scheme of things.
Hardaway slips one over to Marciulionis, steps into the lane, gets up into the air and hits.
Mitch, sometimes he's like, Tim, why don't you stick Marciulionis in practice? He said, I just can't deal with him today. He's just too rough today. He just too rough today.
I mean, they actually thought when me and Sarunas played, they thought we were fighting each other. Because we used to push and shove and run each other over, and anybody that knows Sarunas, I mean, he wants to go to the basket.
They've got the numbers. Marciulionis behind the back. You can call him about TMC, but Marciulionis is the man who stirs the Warrior pot.
We were playing the Bulls one night, Michael and Scotty. Someone's shooting the free throw. I happened to be at half court with them, and they're like, I'm not guarding him, you guard him. Mike's like, no, you guard him. This guy's running me over. He was a great player.
Yeah.
He really was. And Manute Bol,
Right.
which actually worked perfectly for us. I'm not gonna speak for them. Not the best defensive player in the world right here.
Yeah, don't speak for us.
I'm not going to speak for you guys. Known to get blown by every once in a while, but when you have a 7'7" dinker behind you, God rest his soul, my man Manute, he was blocking shots up, getting us out in the break.
Oh, what a play by Bol. Stuffing Weddington on the rim. He had it down.
Throwing that thing up there like that.
Manute for three. That's his second in a row. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
So you guys didn't have a lot of success in the playoffs, but in 1991, you guys beat David Robinson in San Antonio in the first round. What are your memories of that?
I remember losing the first game and having a team meeting and how confident Nelly was we were going to win the series. I think he made a little lineup change for game 2.
Let me put Chris on the team. Jeff.
Say, I found something. I found it. We're gonna get them. We're gonna beat them. But you two dudes got to play some defense. Because Willie had like 30 and Rod Strickland had like 30. I'm like, hey, you gonna point us out like that?
When you get called out like that, you got to come with it the next game. We came with it.
Here goes Mullen. Draws the crowd all the way to the basket. Got it! It's all over! The Warriors are going to the Western Conference semifinals!
So after that came the Lakers. I remember that Magic could not handle you.
Yeah.
Here's Hardaway, 3 on the shot clock. He's off and running.
What really happened was after we won game 2, we was excited to go home, but I think that we kind of embarrassed them with Run DMC when they announced us.
That's right. You had Run DMC in person at the game.
Right.
Performing.
Right, before the game.
That might have not been the right thing to do.
No, that wasn't the right thing to do.
Those marketing people, man.
Yeah, that
You
was
win one game and get a little carried away.
Right.
They forgot Magic, Worthy, Byron.
Campbell, some Magic. Oh, gets away. What a pass. Hello. Count it.
And you guys never recovered from that.
No.
We had good games, though. I think we were in the games.
Yeah, we was in the game.
Yeah, I think the experience of them down the stretch, because we felt comfortable going back home. Most of the game, we were in it.
With the hands, Hardaway pops it forward. Accelerates.
Maybe the last 7 or 8 minutes, that's when we kind of like, didn't get over the hump, but their experience kind of took over.
On the Magic, he's down the middle, over to Worthy, 18 feet out. Make it! The Lakers win the Western Conference semifinal.
Wait a second, you posting up?
I'll post up little people like Spudware, Muggsy Bowles, not too many people. I got that in my little repertoire, little something like that.
Hardaway into the lane, turns on the post up. Oh, nice up and under with a scoop shot. What a beauty.
But that's the main guy that posts up people down low. When we need a basket, give it to Mitch down low. We call him Hammer. He down there hammering people in the basket.
The ball back to Richmond, 5 on the clock. He dribbles underneath and scores.
Don't believe the hype, man. I'm the one get hammered.
Richmond with Smith hanging on his back.
So now, Run TMC, they're rolling along, and all of a sudden, boom, you get traded. Yeah. Man, the world stops.
Mm-hmm.
How was that?
Man, that was a real tough time for me.
I'm going to miss playing with the guys and stuff, Chris and Tim and Rod. It was just, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to think.
Felt like this was a family to me, and didn't get traded. It was very difficult to handle.
Things happen, and this is a business, and you got to look at it that way. And so you just got to move on.
I mean, like Sacramento was like an hour away from Golden State, and the headlines was always Golden State.
Chris, how'd you see it? I mean, you saw them come, and you saw it all be put together. Then to see it sort of change, how did you adjust to that?
Yeah, I was caught off guard, obviously. And opening night, the trade went down. I was in shock. Ironically, we flew home from Denver and played Sacramento.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a bad game for Sacramento.
Yeah, I remember coming to the arena, and I went to the wrong locker room. I went to the Golden State side. Because I was still in shock. I said, man, I don't even know where I'm at.
After Mitch left, there was a roster changes here, there, and everywhere, and then some tough times for a bunch of years at Golden State.
Warriors on their way to missing the playoffs for the 16th time in 17 years.
A lot of people in the Bay Area try and track, where did that thing start turning? I always think it's when Mitch left.
Right.
That was the beginning to the end.
I think so.
Yeah, it caught everybody off guard. I thought, we was gonna be together a long time. Right. Just put the pieces together, whatever we needed, and I just thought that was the beginning to the end.
But to your point, you brought up the Lakers. We just couldn't get past that hump. So from an organizational standpoint, you got to take a risk. Looking back, probably a lot of people wish it didn't happen, but.
But personally, I would imagine for the three of you, because if you could have stayed together, you would have got them.
Oh, no question.
Oh, yeah. You would have got them. Because you were just
He was right there.
on the cusp.
Yeah.
One of the great things that we have at the NBA is if you can come up with maybe your favorite play or favorite situation, we'll find it. Maybe a favorite moment that you had in your career?
Yeah, probably the one single play, which was uncharacteristic in my game. We were playing in the playoffs in Phoenix, and I actually had a dunk. I was coming down the right side of the court.
You dunk with the right.
Yeah.
You dunk with his right.
And I almost broke my back.
Ball and drive, slam dunk with the right hand.
I went up, and I think I got hit. Someone lift me up, and I was up there. Got scared, and I dunked it, and my body was going this way. I hadn't really been there many times, and I tried to hang on the rim. I lost control, fell on my back, and I got up like I knew what I was doing. Like, yeah, I'm coming back.
Goes Mullen on his back, but he's okay. Boy, what a play by the left-handed Chris Mullen with the right hand.
It looks like I know what I'm doing, but I don't.
Well,
remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. Come on, we was jumping for joy. Like Mully dunk.
That was like one of 5 dunks in my career, I think. It was fun, man. I mean, just sitting here, it was fun. But it's funny listening to the timeline because, you know, I referenced my first 2 to 3 years were not like this.
Yeah.
So when these guys got there, I cherished it so much. I wanted to protect it. So every day, like you said, was, man, we get to practice, get these great young players. It wasn't like that. It was a total change. A great combination of mix of talents, mix of personalities that just kind of fit.
You know, we played only 3 years together, but, you know, we actually lived by one another. You know, our families ate together. You know, we vacationed together. It wasn't like an NBA team to me. It was like more like of a college atmosphere that we all got along. For me, I think it was my best time in the league.
Same with me. It meant everything to me. I had a great time, and I had great friends, and I had great teammates, and I enjoyed every minute of it.
Yeah, for me, pure joy. You know, I look at a lot of pictures of myself over the years, and most times I'm laughing and smiling, and that's what it's done for me. But sitting here today, the thing I cherish most are my friendships over the long term. I wish we would have did a little more, but for that little 3-year period, man, we had a ball. It was the most fun I ever had playing basketball.
Run TMC. Years later, but still going strong.
And still could beat anybody.
That's right. See, I told you, no filter. No filter. There we go.
Thanks to our guests Tim Hardaway, Mitch Richmond, and Hall of Famer Chris Mullen for sharing all their memories. I'm Ahmad Rashad. So long, everybody. Yeah, that's good, man. That's really good, man. Really good. That's so good. You know, right now.